Tonight on the WDW Fan Zone Show, we're going to spook you 6 ways to Sunday with the attractions past and present at Walt Disney World. We're also going to discuss their new Lightning Lane Pass where you cut to the front of the line and it's obscene the price. But we'll get into all that and much more. I'm Stuart. I'm joined by Kurt and Darlene, and we've got just the three of us here tonight. So there is no Jess news, but Darlene's going to give us some news. Darlene, why don't you tell us what the new ticket price or pass prices are going to be?
Yeah. It was a lot of talk today about this. So if you are an annual pass holder, every year they go up a little bit. Well, this year it's a little bit more than what I think it's been in a while. So the Incredipass, if you hold that or you want to purchase it new, it's going to be $1,549 plus tax. So that's a $100 increase from what it was. The Sorcerer Pass, which is available to Florida residents and some DVC Vacation Club members, is going to be $1,079. And the Pirate Pass, which is for Florida residents only, will be $829. And also the Pixie Dust Pass, which is for Florida residents only, is going to be $469. Those last two are going up about $30. And the Sorcerer Pass is going up about
It's about
almost
80 because it was $9.99.
yeah, $80. So, and then the ticket prices for a single day at the parks will be going up as well in early 2025. Animal Kingdom will range from $119 to $174. Epcot will range from $129 to $194. Hollywood Studios will range from $139 to $194. And Magic Kingdom will range from $139 to $199. Now, way back in the day, we all know we had the option of buying e-tickets. So once they implicated the ticket prices,
Implemented.
those ticket prices, and we started, if you think back, those tickets have now jumped almost probably 100%.
Oh, more than that.
More than
that. Yeah.
maybe like 1,000%.
Well, I
It's a
wouldn't
lot.
say that, but so it's kind of crazy because we were discussing it at work today, and everybody's just like, they remember going to the parks and only paying like, $50 a day, and now it's like $100, $200.
We used to be able to get a ticket. Number one, teachers used to be able to get the Epcot for free.
Oh, right.
Think
Yeah.
about that. Otherwise, the tickets were $25 a piece if you were a student. It was like $30 for an adult.
Mm-hmm.
This is early 90s. So I'm aging myself. I get it. But still.
I'm looking at everything Disney's doing, and you've got the Premier Lightning or the Lightning Premier Pass, whatever they call it. You go to the head of the line. They've got all these VIP tours, which are not cheap, and there are more and more of those VIP tours throughout the parks. And yet, over the last 8 months, Disney crowds have decreased. So what's their game plan? Is their game plan to price everybody out of the market except the very wealthy?
Right.
If that's what they're doing, they're doomed to fail. The backbone of Disney are the families and its fans, which are comprised of, different classes of people, whether from lower middle class or low or poor to rich. Everyone loves something about Disney, but they're making it very difficult for the average person to find their ways into the parks without mortgaging their home, their future. and everything else. You know, when you look at what people are going through these days, you know, I know insurance rates for homeowners and auto insurance is going up here in Florida. Well, guess what? They're going up everywhere. It's not
Yeah.
just here in Florida. They're slowly increasing by large sums everywhere throughout the country. People can't
I
afford food anymore.
Right.
And
I do have one thing I have to say about that auto insurance. If you are thinking of putting your child on the auto insurance and you live in a state like crazy state where there's a lot of traffic and stuff, you might want to think of holding off, like my friends are, until your child is at least 17 or 18 so you don't get the sticker shock of what the insurance is going to go up.
well, I hope no
Well,
one's
your kid
driving at
can't your kid
the.
can't drive without insurance though.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
Well,
it's like $2,500 at least.
to not
Anyway,
get their license.
let me get back to the point I was trying to make.
Yeah,
That's understood,
off
Darlene.
topic.
You know, people have to put food on their table.
Mhm.
People have to pay their pay for their necessities, like
Necessities.
electricity, water, rent, clothing. Um, and here comes Disney, and boom, sticker shock.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You think the parks have less crowds this year? Wait till next year. And then there's double whammy. And I think it's May 22nd, Epic Universe, their new park at Universal is opening up. You know, yes, there's not, you know, Disney fans are different from Universal fans, but there are some crossovers. But I think you're also going to see Disney fans say, you know what, we're fed up with these prices. Let's give Universal a try and see what this new park is all about. They may like it, they may not like it, but I think we're going to continue to see a trend of crowds diminishing a little bit. There'll be people who will still mortgage their life to go to Disney for that, you know, trip, annual trip, once, you know, or once in a lifetime trip. But I don't see Disney having a game plan on how to keep the families coming back. Yes, they are putting new things in the Magic Kingdom with the expansion, but it's not here yet.
Yeah.
But also remember those front of the line passes with the exorbitant prices are only available to people that are staying at a deluxe resort. So they are targeting
Well, that's my point.
the higher
Yes.
rate. And that rate it's still a ridiculous price if that's the price for all the time and not just
Well,
like at
so
the holidays.
it says here in a report on CNN that the range will be anywhere from 137.39 to 478.19 after
Right.
tax.
Right,
at
and
Walt Disney
that's like
World.
that's holiday times, which is ridiculous.
Well, and it
The
depends on
139,
your
I can see
park.
people paying it, unfortunately.
It depends on your park too.
Right. It does depend on the park.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, yes, the 400, whatever it is the maximum someone would pay at the height of whatever season.
Holiday.
But I do see a big problem here. I see Disney catering to the very rich or very
Been
wealthy,
doing that.
you know, and we know they've been doing that, but I think it's gotten to the point now where they're telling you, if you can't afford it, don't come. We don't want you.
Well, and again,
Um,
this is only available for people that are going to freak out about, oh, well, now everyone can go to the front of the line. It's only available to those people that are staying at a deluxe resort. So I don't think, I mean, there's more non-deluxe resorts than there are deluxe resorts. I don't think we're going to see too much of a difference
no, but what this is going
in
to
the
do,
lines.
I agree with you. But what this is going to do, I mean, it's already doing it now. Disney's not getting very favorable public relations going on from their fans. I know that's not the right wording for it, but you know, it's like there's an uproar from their fans all across social media because of what they're doing now, which always happens when they raise prices. But I think, you know, for the last couple of years, they've gone, you know, I'll say they've gone too far with the price increases because they are pricing up more and more families each year. And I think it's with the intention of making the parks for the wealthy. But that's not what, you know, Walt Disney created these parks for families. Yes, they are a for-profit company, And there are some people who will, like I said before, will mortgage their life, or life savings to go to Disney. But there are more important things in life. I love Disney. We all love Disney here.
Mhm.
But you know what? You're taking the fun out of the parks by doing these things. Because what's going to happen now is you're going to see people, instead of saying, okay, we can't afford the Premier Pass, we're not going to get it, Lightning Premier Pass, but we'll pay for that one Lightning thing. We'll pay for the Lightning, the all-day Lightning Lane Pass, the multiple Lightning Lane Pass, whatever they call it. So you're not going to see much of a change in the lines from what you see now, but you might if there are less people in the park. I don't see Disney having a game plan on how to keep the parks busy. I think their only game plan is how much money can we squeeze out of each guest that comes. But but when you do that, you're taking the magical experience away that people would normally get from them, and you're putting it into you're taking it from their wallets rather than putting something into their heart that they'll remember and want to come back for more. Um, and I just don't see their way out of this right now. I think they've created a monster and they keep compounding the mistake.
Mhm.
But that's just my opinion. I'm sure everybody's got different opinions out there, and I'd love to hear them. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just what I see right now. And I can change my mind a month from now if Disney does something to alleviate my concern.
Well, I will say this. Remember, there's early in 2025. I'm heading down, and we were looking at resorts and everything and the prices. And the prices of the All-Star Resort are pretty good right now at $135. That's cheap.
Mhm.
That's gone down from the last time I looked at it. Pop Century is not even available right now. It's sold out for the time that I'm going down.
Well, when are you coming down? Or targeting
Early
January?
January, February, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
you can
it's out.
yeah, it's not marathon week, right?
No. It's Marathon Week is early. It's not even anywhere near anything like that. It's like more towards the end of Festival of the Arts, but
Nice.
it's again, Pop Century is not available at all.
Now, is it not
And
available because people can't afford to stay in the more expensive resorts and they're picking the lower, the budget resorts?
Well, and it's like $185 a night when they tax everything out. I think it came up to like $265 for one night at Port Orleans or at Pop Century.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's all the taxes that they hit you with. And hey, Florida started taxing these things higher as well.
Yeah.
They hit them hard about 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't know where this is going to take Disney going forward. They are going to, when they expand Magic Kingdom, make the changes in Animal Kingdom, and there'll be other projects I'm sure they'll announce to keep bringing people back. But there's going to come a time where, and I think we're already there, where there are going to be a lot of people who will just not go every year that used to, or will cut their trips short. I think they're creating an environment where people are going to say, you know what, we'll go a few days to Disney this year. Maybe a few years from now, we'll come back again. Let's see. Or maybe they won't come back at all, depending on their experience. I don't know. I just think what they're doing now is it's not just, I think it goes beyond just alienating their fans. I think they're alienating the general public with these obscene prices. And Universal, if they haven't followed suit, will or come close to it because they do the same thing. They try to keep up. Oh, you're going to charge this? We're going to charge this. I just think it makes for a disaster for the theme park industry. I just, I don't know. Hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Anyway, if you guys want to add
get on to our
anything,
topic.
I'm sorry?
Can we just get on to our topic?
Yes, I was going to say that. I said, if you guys want to add anything, we can do that, or we can just move on.
I just want to get on to our topic.
All right. So,
because it just makes people angry talking about it anyway.
It does. It does. I'm getting angry thinking about it. So Halloween is coming. So every year we do something a little Halloween theme. We're not going to have a show next week. I just want to put that out there too for anybody who's listening or watching. still here. um, there are certain rides that'll put you in the mood for Halloween. There are certain rides that are a little scary, a little spooky, if you will. And it's the kind of thing that could put you in the mood for Halloween, whether it's Halloween or not, depending on the time of year you come. I guess it would be dark rides. Dark rides were sure, you know, people love thrill rides, which are roller coasters. There are a lot of people that like dark rides. And we're going to go through some of them and hope you enjoy what we go through. Let's start off with Animal Kingdom this time, because I think there's probably not that many, if any, in Animal Kingdom. Well, I can think of one.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about it's tough to be a bug being scary.
Mm-hmm.
That scares the bejesus out of little kids with the
It does.
tarantulas and the bugs underneath. Well, if you're talking little kids, they got those diapers on. They're not feeling the bugs crawling underneath them. Anyways, however, it still creeps people out when they feel the bugs exiting before you. And the hornets buzzing or biting you in the back. So yeah, it's tough to be a bug is a tad bit scary.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you could also make a case for Mount Everest. Yes, the Yeti's not working.
Mm-hmm.
Expedition Everest.
You go through those. You go through the mountain. It does get dark in there for a moment. So those are the two in Animal Kingdom. So if you want to get into the Halloween spirit, even if you come in July, those would be the attractions in Animal Kingdom. There's Flights of Passage. There's the Navi River attraction, but those are
That's scary.
They're not scary. They're beautiful.
And the dinosaur was scary, but that's closing. So
well, the dinosaur I wouldn't include with that for one reason. They've toned it down to the point where it's just a bumpy ride.
But it's dark.
It is dark.
It's a dark ride, and dinosaurs want to eat you.
Yes.
So when you're making a dark ride and dinosaurs want to eat you, yeah, that's the other scary ride in the park.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to let's go to Hollywood Studios.
Scary. I don't know. Is Playhouse Disney still open?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was going to say it's scary just being there.
Right.
Rise of the Resistance.
Yes, you're being intimidated by the Imperial troopers. That is intimidating. I was thinking more along the lines of Tower of Terror.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was on my list.
Yep.
So everything about it, you're lost. It's dark at night. There's a thunderstorm. You get struck by lightning, and poof, you're gone.
Mm-hmm. Very true. With Rise of the Resistance, what I like about it, and little kids may not, is when the stormtroopers are telling you to stand in a single file and stay behind this line and stay over here, and they may not like that. And that drop. Won't give it away when it is or where, but that could also scare somebody.
If you're wearing anything that is resistance related, they will come after you. Because I had a hat on that was a resistance hat, and you better believe they got on me about it. So you have to be ready for that.
Yep, you do. Let's see what else over there. I think that's really it.
Not a lot of scary things in that park.
Nope. So let's move over to Epcot, and I just don't think there's anything terribly scary in Epcot at all.
No.
Frozen? The line for Frozen? That's not scary to you?
Well, the line.
The line, yeah. I'm not going to get started with the line with Frozen.
Ratatouille, it gets a little bit hot underneath of there. You are running around a lot. I find it as an exciting ride and a fun ride. but I could see where someone little might be a little bit scared that they're trying to kill us or smash us. Like, sorry, maybe not kill us, but
Well, my daughter, who was 3, the first time she went on Spaceship Earth, was afraid. She wouldn't open her eyes. And I think it was
it's
just
dark.
because it was dark in there.
Could be.
But that's not a scary ride. So let's move on to Magic Kingdom, where you'll find the most spectacular rides there are in the parks, I think, or the most. Maybe not the scariest, but the most. The first one that comes to mind for me is, I'm not going to say the one you think, but Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
Actually, that's where I was going first.
and I was going for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Yep.
Still with
I-
that Wicked Witch at the end.
And I could see that scaring kids. It's not as scary as Snow White's Scary Adventures, but
No,
Was
absolutely.
that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. The whole beginning of that, though, you've got the wind blowing, you're in a storm, and there's a lot of dead people.
Yep.
Mhm.
And we're
Yeah.
being told that
Haunted
dead people tell,
Mansion.
dead men tell more no tales. So once they get to town, hey, it's all happy. But
Yeah,
in the
we
beginning,
want the
that's a
redneck.
spooky little ride.
They want the rum.
Yeah, that's
Who
right.
wants
They
the
want
rum? It's not the redhead anymore.
Yeah.
And then-
Must be politically correct.
And then you got the Haunted Mansion, which is definitely creepy.
Yep. You know, it's well, it's creepy in a fun way, but I could see kids
Oh,
over
yeah.
a certain age, yeah, and being a little afraid.
In the Haunted Mansion, when you're in the stretching room, if you wait till the very end, they will talk to you and basically ask you to leave. It's all the creaking and everything. The
Mhm.
gargoyles will talk to you.
Nice.
So you
Just
hear
saying.
voices in your head.
I've heard voices from gargoyles. So now attractions that are gone.
Oh, I think
Mr.
there are more
Toad's-
attractions in Magic Kingdom that are scary that we haven't mentioned yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Now I got to think of which one I was thinking of. I had it in my
The
head. and
Tiki
now-
Room is not scary,
No,
even
not
though
the
there
Tiki Room,
is that
no.
big thunderstorm at the end. That used to scare me when I was a little kid.
No, but Peter Pan
Mhm.
can be. There are certain parts where I can see when you're flying around inside. I think the queue for Peter Pan is amazing, and I think once you get on the attraction, there are a couple of parts I can see a little kid being a little afraid.
Now that never scared me as a little kid. And I talking as a little kid going, that never scared me. Again, the Tiki Room with the thunderstorm scared me. Pirates of the Caribbean at the beginning scared me. Just being afraid of heights, going on Splash Mountain initially scared me. The first time you went over that, I'm sorry, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. When you're
Right.
going over that launch over the waterfall now, that's a tad bit scary. The first couple times you do it. Now I love it, obviously, but
Yeah. Now let's go to attractions from the past.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Come
which
on,
you
you end
can
up in hell.
which you can still ride at Disneyland if you want to go
True.
out to California.
True.
Yeah, I do miss that attraction here on the East Coast, but yeah,
Very much so.
yeah. Trying to Alien Encounter.
Oh,
He's another
yeah.
one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
didn't like
Even when
that.
it became Stitch's Great Escape.
Hey, they're jumping on your shoulders, that hurts. And it's a bit freaky. But yes, when that alien would breathe on your neck,
Mhm.
that was fun. That was a good spooky fun.
Now, are there any other past attractions you can think of, maybe in a different park, that might have been scary?
If you didn't know Maelstrom was going to stop when you were going backwards, that was a little bit scary.
I
You
didn't
thought
find
you're
it
going
was
over the
scary.
waterfall.
I never thought that. Even the troll, when you come out of it, wasn't scary to me, but
Well, that's at the very beginning. The trolls start yelling at you.
I could see kids being scared. But they don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm trying to think what else was in the park or in the parks at one time that could have been scary.
Well,
really
the
think-
original version, well, it's now orange of Mission Space. It's not scary. It's just will make you ill if you get motion sick.
Well, it could be frightening if you're getting ill.
Oh yeah, if you can't control you can't control it. It's going to crash.
Yeah. Now, if you had to pick one attraction that you think is the scariest for little children in any of the parks, which would it be?
Haunted Mansion
Yeah.
or no
No,
Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I think I would go with Tower of Terror too.
I would have to agree because if you were with us when we went with my two little cousins, we're all looking at poor little Addison who was like screaming and her eyes are popping out of her head and we're trying to hold her in. They got a great
pre
picture of
seatbelts.
us.
Yeah,
Oh,
pre seatbelts. That was the scariest attraction in.
oh
any
yeah,
park.
right.
You
Oh yeah.
left the ground, and I did not like that.
You mentioned it's tough to be a bug. I can't tell you how many times I've been in there where all you hear are little kids screaming
Oh,
at
yeah.
the top of their lungs. Because it's the unexpected.
Well, it's terrifying music.
Yeah.
You got tarantulas that are falling on you and jumping at you.
Yeah, and that too
Yeah.
will be going away at some point.
Soon.
Let's see, for adults, scariest attraction. I think it's still Tower of Terror.
Buying the tickets.
Yeah.
Some people could say the scariest is It's a Small World.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It's the what's the name of the it's the ride that's the boat ride over in Pandora.
Navi River?
Navi River, stuck at the end when she's singing. We were stuck there for 15 minutes and she didn't stop singing. That was scary. That hurt.
I think I'd rather be stuck there than on It's a Small World and hearing it over.
I have
and
been
over.
stuck for a half hour on It's a Small World.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The only attraction I've been stuck on for any length of time is Carousel of Progress. And it wasn't because of a mechanical problem with the attraction, it was because some idiot, when there's sensors there, so when someone stands up
Oh yes.
during the show, it automatically stops the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
So there
So
was
they had to
an
reset.
idiot who decided he wanted to get off the attraction after it started, stands up, and it stops. Scene plays over again. The cast members are telling this guy, you can't stand up, you can't get off at this point. Stands up again, traction stops, plays over, same scene. This went on 4 or 5 times, and then they finally said, okay, everybody out. Yeah, that was not fun. Not scary,
No.
but not fun. It
no.
was like deja vu all over again.
Right.
If they added the music to Space Mountain, they could make that very scary. But
Yeah.
they don't. Like Disneyland has the music in the cars. They can switch it any way they want to. It really affects that attraction. So it's kind of like Rock and Roller Coaster. If they change the music in Rock and Roller Coaster, that sets the ride. So
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when they do a Villain's Land in Magic Kingdom how the dark attractions are going to be. I think they're going to
right.
probably try to make one. From seeing the drawings, it looks like one is going to be a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the other attraction is going to be. That I think they said there were going to be 2 there, but it'll be interesting to see what kind of dark ride they put there, or dark rides. We'll find out.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to add? I know this is a short show this week. We're short on co-hosts, and we're short on the show.
Trying to think of anything else that's like super scary, and for me it's not. That's why I choose these parks over any other parks in the universe.
I've never been to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but I've heard that when the haunted or the headless horseman comes out and rides through the park,
It's
Absolutely.
scary.
Video games,
intimidating.
that's it.
It is. I've been a number of times, and even though I'm afraid, it's a it's not that scary because I know that he's coming, but
Mhm.
the first time you see him, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, there's the headless horseman riding through on a
Mhm.
horse.
And do they still have the Gravediggers?
Yes.
The Gravediggers there's another
Yeah.
scary.
Mhm.
And then of course we have the Sanderson sisters, which are one of my favorites.
You know, I remember Streetmosphere, which in itself is not scary, but when they come at you and you don't want to be in their little thing
Mhm.
with that they're doing, that could be scary for an individual.
That's
Yes,
scary for anyone.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I wish they would bring Streetmosphere back, though. I miss them. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for the show this week. Any of you guys want to add anything else?
Nope. I think we're good.
All right, so short show this week. Please excuse the rant in the beginning of the show, but we I kind of had to do it because I'm not going to get
It's
into
an
it again.
annual rant.
Yeah, it's just there are more important. I love Disney. I love going to Disney, but there are more important things in life when it comes time to allocate your funds. So be careful with what you do and when you do it and how you do it. And I'll leave it at that right
Mhm.
now. All right, so everybody, we'll be back not next week, but the week after, hopefully with everybody. So until next time, be safe, be yourself. Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween. Good night, everybody.
Have a magical night. Stay safe. Pack your sunscreen, your rain ponchos, and have a happy and safe Halloween.